How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I was able to get a workout this morning, get a haircut, and was able to wash the car. So I got a little project with the headlights. But before we talk about that, a little update with the Civic. I was able to get the helicoil kit along with this drill bit for the car. But as you can see, if we were to actually drill that going in all the way there, gives me no room for a tool on this end without smacking to the thermostat housing right here. So currently ordering a new stubby one, so stay tuned for repairs on this. So until that new drill bit comes in, today's project is to repair the headlights. So currently my headlights do not work. The ballast on both sides went bad a couple nights ago, and this DRL strip, I've noticed when I installed it, it's to a voltage regulator. So when the voltage is high, it'll activate, and when the voltage is low, it'll cut out. Well, I noticed it's been cutting in and out on the road. I can see reflections off the back end of people's cars. So we're gonna end up rewiring that to run into the fuse box underneath, so that when I get power into the ignition, it'll stay on, and when I turn it off, it'll turn off, and it doesn't have to worry about a voltage, and I don't have to worry about that cutting in and out. So let's get started. First things first, we need to take this bumper off. So in order to do that, we'll first unlock the car. Okay, unlocked. Pop the hood. Go up front. Do this one arm. What a man! He uses one arm. Okay. Pop this up. So then we have these clips up front that we gotta first remove. And then after that, we have two little screws hiding up in this corner right up here that we gotta remove. And then I believe I have some clips, like 3 or 4 clips below. I'll show you guys in 1 second. So getting those clips off, I like to use a flathead, and I like to use a little pry bar. Just gonna go underneath every single one of these. Hopefully they'll all just pop loose like that. Clips are all out now. Now we can remove this little cover. And bada bing, bada boom. Next step, grab a Phillips head. Get underneath, there's a little pocket. Unscrew that screw. One, two. Okay, so now going underneath, we need to remove. I have 3 clips. 1, 2, 3. So, and then normally you have these like 10 mil and 10 mil over here, but both of those are broken on both ends. So all I got holding it on is those 3 clips. So we'll remove those. Ta-da! The other one rolled underneath, so I'll grab that in a second. Now we should be good to just remove the bumper. Prying it away from the tabs in here, both sides first. And just kind of slowly, surely pop it out. Like that. Bumper's gone. Alright, now we're at the passenger side headlight. I'm going to remove the first ballast. I have these attached by zip ties, so I'm going to cut them off. There we go. And that right here, folks, is a bad ballast. Pop this off. Doesn't help that these sockets had water in them, but we'll fix that. Attach. Ballast number 1 out. Out with the old and in with the new. So since there was water in this plug right here, I got some dielectric silicone that I'm just gonna put right in the connector, right there, like that. Then we'll plug right onto the connector like such. That's one. And these connectors right here. We will put connector one on. One, two. Now it's in. Now, to see if this actually fixes the issue here, we're gonna test the headlight. And would you look at that, it solved the issue. So we'll go from this side to the driver's side, do the same thing. Ta-da! It's working. Now what I want to do is I want to secure the new valve, so I'm going to go again with the zip tie. Show you in 1 second where I'm going to be securing it to. So here she is. There's a bracket right here that runs underneath, as you can see, and I just simply put 2 zip ties around it. I might end up just zip tying these guys to some wires just so they're not flying around in here, but you know what? That's a great idea. We're gonna just zip tie those so it's not just that. We don't want that. Now, attach it to the other bundles of wires. So this one is now secure and done. Let's go to the other side. So for this side, that bracket's kind of hard to attach it to, so I just put it around the reservoir. I mean, you don't notice it from the inside, it's on the outside, it's easy to access to if I need to get to it. So, secured, both of those are done. So now, the next part is rewiring this. So here's the connectors right here. We have to undo all these connectors that I have to these DRL strips right here. And I need to run a new wire through the firewall out the other side, out here, and connect it to both separate headlights. And hopefully that will solve my issue with those flickering on and off. All right, she's all wired up. So I'll show you what I did. So here's a ground. Here's a ground that runs to the DRLs. And from there, I ran the starting on the strand of the wire, goes to here, but it has a disconnect here, so if I ever need to work on this headlight, I can just pull this off. I tucked it underneath, and it's in there. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's tucked behind here. Pops out from below, around, up, and then I just made this to plug in so I can unplug it, replug it back in whenever I need it, and it routes around where the hood release is, down below, around, underneath, and back here there was a grommet. I don't know if you can really see that, but there's a grommet right there, yeah. And I punched a hole in the center, poked it through, ran it on the inside, so it comes through underneath here, back here. But as you can see, I got a zip tie here because I have it tucked behind here so it doesn't get out in front of my pedals. I have it up behind here and around so it doesn't touch any of my pedals or anything. Here's the last connector, and then it comes down, gets tucked behind. And as you can see, there's the little circuit. So I guess that position is number 29 I picked. And nothing's there, so I tested it when you turn on the car. headlights turn on. When I turn off the car, headlights turn off. So from when I put this cover on, this is gonna be hidden behind. So when you come up to it, you won't really notice the wiring that's tucked underneath. So it looks like a clean wire job. So mission accomplished. Those are now working. DRLs are rerouted. So every time the car turns on, they turn on, and every time the car turns off, they turn off. I don't have to worry about no stinking voltage regulators right here. I mean, for what they are, I do run those on the Civic. As you can see, here's one popped out. I'm gonna end up rerouting that one because I don't like them, because when you sit there and park, they'll stay on there for a minute or two until it drains the battery, and then it loses the voltage and it will cut itself off. But job is done. So now reassemble the bumper, clean up some of my grease that I left on it as I leaned over. Probably got quite a bit, yeah, along the side. So let's do that. Bumper's back on. So up front, you don't notice any of the wires. The only thing is, you do notice if you look off to the side, there's a wire that just runs over here. If you look over here, you can also see the wires are kind of over here as well. You can also see it running along. Not a big fan of it, but it doesn't bother me too much. You don't really notice it unless you're looking for it. But bumper is back on. Both screws are in. Underneath those 3 clips, I put in all these clips back in. So she's solid, and we'll give you guys what it looks like when I turn on the car. Who done tight? Let's close this hood. All right, gonna go turn around. Both are on. You can see. Turn it off. Both are off. Exactly how I wanted it. Very happy with that. And that will be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing. If you did enjoy this video, like and share with your friends. And stay tuned for, hopefully we'll be fixing this boy behind me. So stay tuned for that as we were waiting for the 1 bit. Otherwise, we have the rest of the tools, and I'll come out with the video on it. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Josh, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.